Welcome back. Before we begin, I'd just like to address something real quick. There's been a bit of a drought of content on my YouTube channel recently. No particular reason for that. There's nothing major going on in my life. I mean, I have the baby and everything. Also, hey dude. During the summer, it was just really, really hot, and I felt really uncomfortable sitting in the room where I had my computer because it was too hot and I couldn't be asked editing stuff. Now that it's cooled down, I just haven't been in the mood for recording or uploading. I sort of was enjoying spending time with my baby because she's a baby. She's a year old in just over 2 weeks. And we got her a Kindle because that's exactly what an 11-month-old baby needs, is a Kindle. Anyway, The Quiet Man, which I'm sure you've heard from everybody in the universe is one of the worst games ever made. I have actually already played through it once. And I won't deny that the gameplay's kind of average, but as a piece of art, I think it's absolutely fantastic. Now, what I'm going to do this time is play through the Answered Watchamajig. I'm going to play it on easy as well, which isn't something I usually do. It's not actually 1280 by 720, by the way. I don't know why it says that is. Yeah, I'm going to play through the Answered version of it, which has all of the audio and stuffs. Has you see, this version of it, you get a little bit of audio at the beginning, a little bit of audio at the end, but the vast majority of it, you just hear like muffled sounds because the main character is deaf, which seems to have pissed off a lot of people. But I mean, I don't know what you were expecting. The whole idea is you're a deaf guy and you hear what he hears. They made it a bit more theatrical than that because they gave tinkling sounds and stuff. But the Answered version, which was released as a free DLC, has audio, and I'm curious to see what I've been able to glean from the game, from playing it through the first time, if I was correct. So let's find out, because the whole big part of the thing that was going on was you trying to figure out what's actually happening in the story without being able to hear any of it. There are moments where, if you know, like if you can lip read, you'd be able to get some of it. If you know American Sign Language, you'd be able to understand some of it. I don't know American Sign Language, though I have been learning British Sign Language. So far, I only know the alphabet, and a couple of different words here and there. Actually, I do know a little bit of American Sign Language. I know how to make the sign for help, and I know how to make the sign for human being or man. But that didn't really help me very much, so I was going purely off the events themselves, just watching what was happening. This time around, we're going to get the answers. We're going to find out what it's all about. He did say at the end, because I didn't play this until after the Answered DLC was released, he did say at the end that the story is about somebody who's lost the will to sing, I think it's what she said. She feels like she can't sing anymore. She can't do it anyway. She's the driving force of the plot, and she's arranged for herself to be kidnapped. And then this kid here, the Quiet Man, goes beating the shit out of people to find out what's going on. I got the part that she'd been kidnapped. I didn't figure out that she'd done it for herself, but that she'd arranged for it herself anyway. But there's more to it than that. It starts going into some potentially supernatural elements, but we'll find that out as we go along. Also, I do apologise if my style of commentary isn't up to my usual level of blasé shitness, but I'm just out of practice. I've done it for a while, but I'm going to get back into it now with this one. I'm also strongly considering making a change to the way I title my videos. I might drop the 1.1, 2.1, 3.2 stuff I do. For anybody who didn't know, which is probably most people, the reason I did that is that the first number is which part of the series it is. You know, like part 1 is the first part 2 is the second part, so on and so forth. But then the 1.1 is like recording session 1, and that's the first one of that, so 1.1, and the second one would be 1.2, and then recording session 2 would be 2.1, 2.2, and so on. I might keep it. I don't know yet. This one, I'm probably going to do all in one sitting, so this probably isn't going to have that anyway. Yeah, bitch. Struck my butt. He turns up several times and you beat the sniff out of him. I can't remember the buttons now. But one thing I do like is you go to the menu, look, it shows you here what they do. Ish. Right, that's your punch, that's your kick, it's dodge, and that's grab. Is it? Yeah, that's the grab and the throw, and then obviously the other ones are movements and stuff. I like that. I think that's really cool. I like the fact that everything is done visually. Because, you know, he's deaf, isn't he? So you're not going to hear much. No reason why they couldn't have had it done, like, written. They could have had Braille in there as well. But still, I think it's an interesting idea. I'm not a dog. I'm deaf, bitch. I'm going to be doing a review for this for Pixel Judge as well. I was going to do it last week, but we put up a preview instead. So I'm going to do it this week, and I thought I'd play this and find out the full story before I did. I was originally considering writing it based entirely on what I got from not having audio, but then I changed my mind and decided to I'll play through this as well and compare off what I know and make the predictions. Hello. Okay, we have sound now. We didn't have that last time. It was all like muffled noises from here on out. So this is all going into new territory for me. Right then, Biznitch. Let's see what we can see. I wonder if anybody's accused this of being racist yet, because the majority of the people you beat up are Mexican. I'm sure somebody has. Anyway, I do think this is quite a nice looking game, which is not that surprising. It's running on Unreal. Unreal's a damn fine engine. So, yeah. Right, let's just beat the crap out of this sniff. I can't remember any of the combos now. Oh, I can do that though. Get down, bitch. Be a bitch. There's an achievement as well for finishing the game without being hit once during combat. I don't know if I'll get that, but I'll try. I can certainly have a go for it. That's why I'm playing it on easy, just on the off chance that I can manage to do that. But we shall see. We shall see. Beat you up, bish. I delivered your Amazon Prime Now order. Alright. Let's get on with that. That thing up in the top right is focus mode, I think is what they call it. That's when I went into that little cinematic thing. You're able to do lots of very quick damage to somebody and knock them down and stuff. Peekaboo. I see you. It's one of my daughter's favourite songs on Super Simple Songs. She likes the bingo one as well, where they pat their head, and when she sees them doing peekaboo, because obviously they put the hands over the eyes, she thinks it's the same. I like that in the background. Thought that was part of like the game option menu at first, but no. Ooh, Globbits. I almost got hit by that dude. Right, let's sort one of these guys out. Give him a good pacing. I don't know if hitting them extra times when you're doing that actually causes extra damage, or if it only if it's only the finishing part that actually damages them on. I actually don't know, but it feels like it does, and I think it should, because obviously you're hitting them more. So ish. Right, what's the run again? That's the run. Right, it's the right trigger, not the left trigger. Yeah, I'm playing with this with a controller, by the way. It just feels like the sort of game that would work easier with a controller. Right, now what I've figured out about that sign there is there's some... I think what's happened is his mum got shot by getting mixed up in... They were walking past her, people fighting. And these people have somehow built up this cult, sort of quasi-religious cult around this, like, thingy-bob. Mask. Damn it, well, I've already studied up that achievement. Around a bird mask, you know, kind of like the plague doctors. That'll come into it later, you'll see that more. Oh, I haven't done that one before. That punch. Is he still on his feet? Yeah, he's still getting up. Get bitched. Get down, bish. So, and that guy is kind of the leader of the cult to an extent, I think. is what's going on, and they have something to do with the main character, obviously, and the kidnapping of the women's who looks like his mother, by the way. You'll see her in a bit. That done? Yeah. Sorted them out. Hey, dude. You think you can get away from me, bish? Well, no way, bish. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you until you're a bish. Punch. Yeah, you get in there and cool off, dude. Now for a cold shower. Humo. Jumo? Humo. Humo? Actually, because they're Mexican, wouldn't it be more like Humo? Yeah, quite a lot of story sections in this, so you're probably going to have to put up with me rambling a fair amount. Even more so than usual. Probably me talking over the top of everything I say, so it's probably a good thing they have subtitles on then, huh? I left them on. I don't usually, but I left them on this time because I know some of it is not in English, like that bit at the beginning where they were speaking Mexican or Spanish. It's a derivative of Spanish anyway, isn't it? Also, what's that Steven Seagal looking dude? And that guy in the middle there. Is it just me? Or does he look like one of the guys that I just beat up? Interesting.
Anybody else, you would not get any dressed like that.
He only gets audio. It only gets the subtitles when they're directly talking to him.
A tailored three-piece is nice. Okay, this is.
Well, that's subjective.
Ghetto. White ghetto shows you got no respect for yourself.
How do you figure that? Oh, whatever. If that's what that's the way you want to look at it.
Blood all over you.
Does he? I don't see any. That's kind of a recurring joke through the story. Does that a few times. Consider yourself told. After what's dry clean? Oh. Well, then why are you shoving it back down into your pocket if you're worried about getting blood on your suit? And what's wrong with his clothes anyway? Yeah, it's a different... It's not sharp, and it's not, like, well presented, well groomed and what have you, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's the women's. The singing women's. Looks just like his mum. Played by the same actress, I checked. Also, I haven't figured out yet whether this is his mum or if this is the new women's. I think this was his mum and that she was a trainee pianist. I think. I'm not sure. Maybe it is his mum and she just sort of had amnesia or something after she got shot. Maybe she didn't actually die. Be interested to find out. Well, I suppose we'll find it out together. Thank you for joining me on this journey to find these things out. I wonder if that's real money. Probably is, because counterfeiting bills, I'm sure even if it's for a film, it's probably still considered counterfeiting and thus not legal.
Credit on your report card, Dane.
What?
Extra cash.
Did you bring presents?
What do you mean, early riser? Is it like, I thought it was late night. Guess not. Right, I think what's going on with those two is he's kind of sending Dane, the main character, off to deal with gangs that sell drugs to get the money from them or something. I don't know whether that's because they owe him money or whether it's because they're trying to shut them down and then they're just taking the drugs and the money to stop it going into circulation.
He was a good boy. Definitely get something extra on the tree.
Cool, thanks for that. That was, I think, pretty much self-explanatory. I didn't get the exact wording of that, but it was pretty clear he was thanking him from the look on his face, I'd say. Yeah, there's that symbol that turns up a few times. I can't remember when we first see the bird mask. Yeah, well, I'm going to go punch them all in the face. Yes.
Should have put them Dominican bastards down years ago.
Oh, they're Dominican, not Mexican. Fair enough.
But they ain't worth the price of the book.
I don't claim to be an expert on racial characteristics. They're Latino, then.
They got lucky and popped the wrong courier. They're not trying to move on us. Third stringers all the way.
Wait, so they're dealing drugs as well? Still not 100% on that.
Okay.
I thought they might have been, but I don't know for certain.
We'll just have to move to the other list of assholes we're gonna deal with.
Yeesh. That's why I end up punching him in the face repeatedly. Who's Isaac? Oh, he's the main guy, isn't he? Yeah, see, I gathered that's him as a younger guy. That guy there was the one in the painting. These two were having a fight, and Dane's mum saw he got shot because they were having a scuffle. See, there with the gun. And it went off as they were walking past.
Come on, man. It doesn't have to end this way. Come on. Put it down.
How do you not notice that the guy has a gun before running up like that?
Of course not.
Seriously.
That fat enchilada was in your space. You put his head on this table instead of my product.
Oh, so it is his then.
One of these days, that motherfucker, he's gonna pay for what he did.
Yeesh. It's about halfway through, I think. Gotta say, the guy who plays Dane is a damn good actor. He gets a lot of emotion across without saying anything. He does speak a couple of times, but most of his performance, like, surprisingly enough, is carried on the fact that he's acting. You know, doing it by his face.
But Lala,
Facial expressions, I mean.
third one this month.
Right. I'm wondering what this was all about. Is this part of the conspiracy she was arranging to have herself kidnapped? I think it is. It was something about her being taken away anyway. Some kind of ransom note. Something I want you to see me lose. There's the bird. What was the top part say? Dear something.
I'm not concerned. Somehow, keeps getting things dressed.
That bird face does tie back into Dane's backstory. It's revealed a bit more later, so I'll leave that until it turns up.
Some of it. Beefed up security. She's smart. Knows I'm trying to protect the rising star fan. She ain't seen
So, am I the bodyguard then?
for her
Am I Kevin Costner? I hope not. The guy was a twat. He seems to have mellowed these days. I mean, it's understandable. He became extremely famous, made a lot of money, and everybody loved him for a while, so...
I'm telling you this, but she hasn't sung for weeks.
Sang.
Plays the hell out of the piano. Maybe she does know. Maybe it's just her artsy mojo thing ain't working. Whatever. I'll take care of this asshole myself. But I gotta keep my head on business.
Yes. You gotta keep your hands clean, basically.
Means I'll roll to Chi-Town tonight.
JFK to Orlando. Does that mean Chinatown? Or is that some other thing? In Orlando. Do they have a Chinatown in Orlando?
The soldiers are competent.
I don't know.
I don't want to upset Lala. The only guy I trust. Take care of my number one girl.
So he was